I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's say the 4-H pledge. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the unity of service for my club, my community, and my country, and my world.
Thank you, Riley. In the past, Ahaolelo brought together 4-Hers from across the state for a week of fun and learning on a University of Hawaii campus. It was first held in 1931 and officially took the name Ahaolelo, the Hawaiian word for Congress, or coming together in 1947.
Over the years, the conference not only brought 4-Hers from across the islands together, but it also allowed Hawaii 4-Hers to form connections with delegates attending from California, Canada, Guam, Micronesia, and Japan. Although we have not had an Ahaolelo conference every year since its start, the spirit of the conference is still alive and thriving.
This has been a very challenging year for our planning committee, only having 4 members and having to work around the COVID-19 pandemic. Although it was difficult, we used our 4-H skills to overcome challenges and shape the future. The past few days have been very fun and exciting. We had the opportunity to join workshops and a community service project held in a county office. Every afternoon, we were inspired by our presenters, Dr. Lauren Tamamoto, Christine Hanakawa, Dr. Alfred Mina, Haley Cristobal, and Carly Yamamoto. Tonight, we have come together to celebrate the end of another successful Ahaolelo conference and to commemorate and thank a very special guest that we have with us tonight. But before we go any further, I'd like to invite Dean Comerford and Dr. Jeff Goodwin to share a few words with us. Dean Comerford, you have the stage.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you all for the invitation to come. 4-H is one of the programs in our college that's sort of special and close to my heart. And I'm looking at what you're talking about here, overcoming challenges and shaping the future. And I think you need to understand the importance of what you're doing in 4-H. We know from experience that when you become an adult, that 8 out of 10 of you will just feel better about your lives. You'll be more financially secure. You'll build better families. You'll just all have a better satisfaction on everything you do. And the longer you stay in 4-H, the better that level of satisfaction is going to be. You know why that is? That is because you work with your head, your heart, your hands, and care about the health. You think about what you're doing, you have empathy for others, you work hard, trying to help others as well, and you make good decisions about your health. So I'm very pleased to be here. I wish you the best of luck in this Congress, and I would like to turn it back over then to Associate Dean Jeff Goodwin.
Okay. I bring greetings from the State Extension Office in Gilmore. And before I go any further, I need to let you know that we're going to have a test. I got to have 2 questions answered, and only 4-H members, either live or online, can answer. So, ready for the first question? First question is, who knows what a land-grant university is? No hand shooting up? Somebody want a land-grant university. What does that mean? Anybody out there online? No adults can answer. If nobody online is going to speak up, I'll tell you the answer to that one. Land-grant university, there's at least one land-grant university in each state. And their main mission, one of their main missions is instruction and research about agriculture, right? And I work in the extension office, cooperative extensions. There's the next question. What does cooperative extension mean? You may know the answer to that. What's the word extension in cooperative extension mean? Nobody out there online or in the room going to answer that? I can give you the answer again. Remember, we do ag instruction and research on the land-grant university campus, and UH Manoa is the land-grant university campus for Hawaii. And what extension does is extend that information out to the public. That makes sense? So that's our job. When you hear cooperative extension, that extension part of that name means we're extending that information and knowledge out to the people of Hawaii. We do that in a lot of ways. One of the main ways you'll see is our ag agents that work with farmers and ranchers all over the state. We're helping them with their production in all kinds of ways. Another main way that you'll see extension working is with 4-H. Again, we're extending knowledge through these young people and their families through the 4-H program. That's where the word extension comes from. So that's your test for the day. Nobody won the cash prize for answering the correct answer, but I would say that all the 4-H members with us in the room and online, you need to know this. I always say that 4-H, especially kids in Hawaii, 4-H is your first class at the University of Hawaii, Manoa. Thank you. Have a good, hope you had a good conference this week. It's good to see Ahaolelo coming back. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Comerford and Dr. Goodwin. I'd like to now turn things over to Riley for the next part of our program.
Thank you, Caitlin. Hello, everyone. I'm Riley, a Ahaolelo committee member from the Friendship Magic Club over on Oahu. And tonight I have the honor to introduce you to the organizations and people that support the Hawaii 4-H program and made Ahaolelo possible. The Hawaii 4-H Foundation manages funds to support existing programs as incentives and to develop new programs, as well as to finance educational trips and scholarships. In the 4-H Foundation, we have Joyce Sumada, Janice Kemp, David Morihara, and Brian Moe. The 4-H Alumni Association started out by raising money for a group of Hawaii delegates to attend the 1983 National 4-H Congress. We continue today supporting Congress delegates and other 4-H programs throughout the state. Here tonight from the 4-H Alumni Association, Dean Suzuki, Susan Saka, and Janice Kemp. The Hawaii State 4-H Leaders Federation was created to help develop the social, education, professional growth and development of leaders worldwide. Statewide. They partner with the cooperative extensive agents in developing leadership training and exchanging ideas. Bernard Garris is here representing the 4-H Leaders Federation. The Hawaii State 4-H Livestock Council promotes the educational development of the livestock industry in Hawaii through 4-H Livestock Projects. This includes assisting 4-H clubs and livestock members in the conduct of statewide livestock shows that may culminate in a successful event. Bernard Garris is here from the 4-H Livestock Council. You would not have heard about Ahaolelo if it wasn't for our lovely county agents and staff. From East Hawaii, we have Becky Sedlich. West Hawaii, we have Mariel Hampton. Representing Maui County is Nancy Aoki, Kyle Trider. Oahu is represented by Christine Hanakawa, Judy Scoville-Lafield, and Kate Eichstead. Last but not least, from Kauai, we have Haley Crystal. This year, American Ag Credit in Hawaii supplied our Ahaolelo conference attendees with folders, notebooks, pens, and other materials to support them during the conference. We would like to thank Linus Taveri, Vice President of LENS. From the College of Tropical Agriculture and Human Resources, we would also like to give a special recognition to Dr. Nicholas Comerford, Dean and Director for Research and Cooperative Extension, Dr. Jeff Goodwin, Interim Associate Dean and Associate Director for Cooperative Extension, Dr. Cynthia Reeves, Maui County Administrator, Jerry Sagano, Oahu County Administrator, Dr. Susan Miyasaka, Hawaii County Administrator. Tonight, we will be honoring State Senator Linda. We hope we didn't miss someone, and we'd like to thank you all for being here with us.
Thank you, Riley. Now I'd like to introduce Cassidy from East Hawaii to help us with our Alii presentation.
Tonight's ceremony is part of the Ahaolelo tradition. It will include recognition of our honored guests, followed by the Gifts to the Alii presentation of locally significant gifts from each county 4-H program, a tradition first started in 1953. Community members are chosen as Alii based on the 4-H program values of leadership and community service. This year's recipient is State Senator Linda Coit. Senator Linda Coit was born in Honolulu and has lived on Molokai since she was 4 years old. Ms. DeCoit graduated from Molokai High School and attended Molokai Community College. She and her husband own and operate L&R Farms, where they raise the famous Molokai purple sweet potato. In 2015, she was sworn in to represent the 13th District in the Hawaii State House of Representatives and was serving in her 4th term this year when she was appointed on June 18th by Governor Ige to fill the vacant seat of Senator J. Kalani English. Her new district includes East Maui, Hana, Upcountry Maui, Molokai, Lanai, and Ko'olawe, which is a similar area to those she represented in the House. Senator DeCoit is active with the National Foundation of Women Legislators and is the former Hawaii State Director and current Southwest Regional State Director. She was also honored as a Woman of Excellence in 2019 for her tireless work in serving the communities she represents, while also serving as an example of what a woman can do. She has been very involved in her community, including the Molokai Ag Festival, where she has shown continued support for the Molokai 4-H livestock members, attending the Maui Ag Festival to support other 4-H clubs in Maui County, and supporting the State 4-H Livestock Show. Through her engagement with her immediate community on Molokai and extended community in Maui County and the state, her willingness to keep an open mind and listen, and her commitment to work with everyone to make the state of Hawaii a better place for all of its people, Ms. DeCoit demonstrates a strong alignment with the 4-H pledge to clear thinking, greater loyalty, larger service, and better living for our clubs, our community, our country, and our world. We appreciate Senator DeCoit's passion for doing the right thing for the people and her support of the Hawaii State 4-H program. On behalf of the 4-H staff, leaders and volunteers, and its members, mahalo nui loa. We will now present the gifts to the Alii.
On behalf of Hawaii State 4-H, we present to you tonight these gift baskets. We would like to share with you what you will find inside these baskets.
The East Hawaii 4-H Federation is presenting Big Island Candy Cookies and Big Island Delights Party Mix. These iconic items are produced by family-owned businesses that were started here in East Hawaii.
From West Hawaii, we included Kaimana Ahi jerky made locally in Kalikikoa, the heart of West Hawaii, and Mamaki lemongrass sweet tea from the Waimea Herb Company, owned by a female entrepreneur brewing tea with her family. And of course, coffee. The coffee we included is from Ka'u, a southern district of West Hawaii, whose delicious coffee is not as well known as Kona's, but is one of the Big Island's best kept secrets. We hope you enjoy these goodies as a token of gratitude.
Maui chose their gifts to showcase the wide variety of ingredients and entrepreneurship spirit in the county. All vendors are Maui County based and produced in Maui. Included in the basket are Klukways and Elaine's cookies that combine traditional and Hawaiian flavors. Jeff's Maui-style butter and jams combine many Maui flavors such as lilikoi, pineapple, guava, and orange. Maui Crisps is a family-owned business that was created while developing a recipe for pipikaula. Maui teas are hand-blended and mixed with real fruit, and Waui chocolate bars feature local ingredients from Hawaii.
From Oahu, also known as a gathering place in Hawaii because it was a place where everyone met for something important happened. We would like to honor our Alii with results from past projects such as food, nutrition, and so on. We added to the gift basket a few cookbooks from past Oahu 4-H food shows, compiled with our 4-H'ers' yummy local recipes. Our 4-H'ers also sewed homemade face masks from 4-H fabric during the stay-at-home orders last week.
Kauai contributed Kauai cookies and Kauai coffee because both are made especially on Kauai. The coffee is grown in ʻEleʻele and processed there as well. Kauai cookies are also in Hanape, Kauai, and use local ingredients from around the state. There is also tropical tea from the Hanalei Tea Company and bags of homemade Ahaolelo granola.
And last but not least, the 4-H Alumni Association included products in the basket made with alumni fabric. There are recycled bamboo straws in the alumni material pouches to save the environment. You can add your own additional utensils into the pouch to use along with your straw. The recycled bag fits a lot of groceries when you go shopping, and the sofa caddy can be used to drape on a table, a chair, to hold your TV remote, snacks, pen, TV guide, and etc. You will also find an apron to use when you cook, or can be used as a bib when caregiving. The pen and notepad are included to keep the Hawaii Alumni Association in your thoughts. We also hope that you enjoy reading the Hawaii Alumni newsletters that highlight 4-H accomplishments for this year and previous years. Thank you for the presentation of gifts, and now we will invite our Alii to say a few words.
Wow. Where do you start? First of all, thank you. Thank you for all our 4-H members, our 4-H members, our families of the 4-H members, the support group, the CTARs, our cooperative extension agents. I just cannot say enough. Wow, what an honor. I want to first grab that folder right there, but I have to tell you, this is an amazing honor to be here, to be recognized as at the Ahaolelo conference. When I first got this, when I first got an email, it came from Christine and Jeff, and thank you. I was just taken aback. I was stoked. The list of people that are on there, to those that are watching, I couldn't believe this, and I made a joke of it last night, and I said, the people that are there that have held many positions and been supporters of Ahaolelo and our 4-H programs, I told Senate President, he's probably going to see this, and I said, I don't see your name on there. And he said, watch it. But he sends his best regards and his congratulations to all of you. So I am gonna, and of course, Dean, you pretty much said it all, and Jeff, I can only echo the same words and sentiments that folks have said. It's about passion, it's about heart, it's about health. And I think the 4-H program is exactly where we all start. We take that with us through our lives, and as we move across the United States and we find our way, it is you, all of you, that will take that and will take Hawaii with you. I want to mahalo you for those gifts. I am probably the worst cook. I like to work hard. I like to farm. So I have my husband that does a lot of the cooking, and I'm very grateful to my husband, Russell. So I want to just say, first of all, this is a tremendous honor. I'm really taken aback today to be honored here as an Alii. It gives me chicken skin, you know, in every good way, and to see the list of past Aliis like Patsy May, Senator Kaka, Governor John Waihee, and the list goes on. It's a badge of honor when I look at each and every one of you. I love this conference, and I love the fact that you folks have 4-H Ahaolelo. As all of you know, what Ahaolelo means, it means to come together for meetings, to gather. As I've learned spending my life in farming and ranching, we all need to come together to make a difference. We all know that what 4-H stands for, and I can appreciate the pledge that was given earlier of our heart, our head, our hearts, our hands, and our wealth, and our well-being on each and every one of us around. We can't have those if we don't all work together. We've seen this past year how agriculture communities came together to help feed our community. And many of you have participated in that, and I can appreciate it. The part of bagging produce, of participating in our communities, food giveaways, and some of you even making those special deliveries to those that could not make it. This is what it is all about, helping each other and coming together and working together. This is why I'm so proud to participate in support 4-H every year. And I cannot tell you how many 4-H animals that my family and I have purchased throughout the years in support of 4-H. But I do know it's always a good investment, especially a tasty one for me. Growing up on Molokai is a small rural area. Our family knew the only way our farm would survive and to make a difference was with that we had to pull and work together. Our hands in the red dirt or the lepo of Molokai, running wheelbarrows back and forth, driving tractors at a young age has taught us responsibility to take care of our equipment. If it broke down, then we start from fresh and we get down and dirty. You know, it was feeding our animals. We wouldn't be able to eat until those animals were fed. It was the responsibility of each and every one of us, our families. And our homework really was the next priority. It was always to make sure the chores were done and if our animals didn't eat, we wouldn't eat. I'm here tonight and I'm going to sit with my awesome husband, Russell, who's taught me everything, more of what it means to truly be a part of our team. Our family, our kids are all involved. Though many of my kids, well, 3 of my kids, 2 of them went to private school and 1 went to public school. And, you know, we have this joke about coming out of school where my 2 kids went and my siblings went. It didn't matter where you went. It was what you made of yourself and what you became. And he truly understands the value of hard work, as well as the rest of my other 2 kids that have come back to Molokai and live. Russell, when I first met my husband, Russell, he was from a ranching family. He also worked a part-time job, and cattle was the bulk of their livelihood. Family from Maui, Okomo, father worked very hard. He came from a big family. My family grew up with the famous Molokai purple sweet potato and generations of farms. So as he and I, when we first met, it was all about meat and potatoes. Together, we worked together, we farmed, we explored value-added opportunities, and had our products sold throughout the state. It hasn't been such a smooth ride, and at times the roads were rocky. But you know, when the road gets bumpy, we just buckle up and hold on tight. That is what it is about 4-H. It's learning about all aspects of and overcoming those challenges, the challenges that we use to shape our future. All of you know the value of hard work. The conference here, and the guidance you have had with many will guide you through your life. It's a good feeling when you can raise an animal and you start from clover buds and you take that animal like you would take your produce to harvest. It's a good feeling, and all of you should be rewarded and pat on the back for the job well done. Take that to heart. This is why farmers and ranchers do what we do. The pride of being able to provide quality food for your community, as you have depicted in the baskets that you folks have given, and many of the products that are made in Hawaii is spread throughout the world and the nation. And I carry most of those products with me every time I leave the state of Hawaii. Luckily now, as we work through this COVID and we re-enter back and try to build communities and the economy, we bring those foods forward and we try to market. And part of what we do at the state legislature, as a legislator, is try to encourage, and I believe that agriculture needs to be at the forefront, as we saw the suffering that happened with COVID and our food imports. Luckily now, as we grew up, we get to have tractors with ACs, thanks to my husband and the vision that he has shared, from grassroots picking up potatoes off the ground to realizing that, yeah, it's nice to have the cool breeze of the air and the winds, but it's also nice to have the air conditioning when it's really hot. Technology has brought that forward. So I can appreciate the virtualness of me streaming to the rest of you guys. But with technology and education comes new ways of farming and producing and making it fun. Farming was not fun back then. It was just literally a job. Today, it's an honorable profession that most of us can be proud of. We are all part of shaping our future of farming. So take pride in that, and that be loud and proud about what you do. I never thought that I'd be standing here in front of all of you as a state senator, talking to all of you. Political office was never an aspiration of mine. But as we were met with challenges with our farm, and we were dealing with politicians and bureaucracies, I decided that I would take the challenge, even though I had no clue of what I was going to do when I was asked to step forward and be appointed by Governor Egan, and then to be reappointed back as a state senator just this past week. Now being the only legislator that is a farmer and a rancher, and with an actual producing farm and ranch, thanks to my husband and my family that is working the farm, as I am down here dealing with political bureaucracy and trying to encourage my colleagues to be supportive of what we do in agriculture. It's about growing and feeding our people. And again, it's about working together, not in silos, but to share our knowledge and to help produce more farmers. It's about supporting all forms of agriculture and not holding any type of practice over the other. It's about overcoming those challenges and shaping our future. So again, I cannot express how honored I am to be here, accepting this honor this evening. I thank and commend all of you for your commitment to this program. And all of you, I know, will do great things. And please know that I will always be in your corner to support you in whatever endeavors. From the bottom of my heart, mahalo nui loa and aloha. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator DeCoit. Let us please give her a round of applause.
Despite the COVID-19 situation, 4-H members from around the state were still able to be productive with 4-H. Tonight, each county is going to showcase what has been happening on their island. We will present in the following order. First, East Hawaii, followed by West Hawaii, Maui County, Oahu County, and finish up with Kauai.
'For the East Hawaii 4-H Federation and clubs, it was an unusual year, but we were all so excited to begin meeting again. Here's a look back at all the fun activities we have done. We began with the Paper Clover campaign at Tractor Supply Company in the fall and continued through spring. There were also virtual livestock meetings throughout the year which involved teaching 4-Hers about animal breeds and selection, nutrition, housing, and other livestock-related topics. With this, 4-Hers also participated in the annual livestock show and sale. .4-H leaders attended the Fall 2020 State 4-H Volunteer Training via Zoom. There was also a record book training for leaders which taught about this year's record books. Another workshop was held in February which helped the 4-H livestock members complete their annual requirements. Preschoolers also participated in the Learning, Grow, Eat, and Go project, which taught them about plant development and growth along with writing skills. The annual Hawaii County 4-H Giant Fruit and Vegetable Contest was held along with monthly workshops to families and schools to help them be more successful growing their giant plants. We are also doing 4-H summer programs that include gardening, technology, and arts and crafts, teaching over 630 kids. Other clubs that did not get a chance to fully resume yet still remain active include the Horse Club, Shooting Sports, and the Superstars 4-H clubs. These are some pictures from last year. We would also like to recognize former 4-Her Steven Sylvester, who was featured on the KGBM Hawaii News Now Smart Money Monday. And finally, we would like to congratulate all the seniors from the East Hawaii Federation. We thank you for all your hard work and dedication. We wish you all the best.
Thank you for joining us for tonight's event. Despite the pandemic, our 4-Hers kept themselves busy learning new things and helping their community. I'd like to take a few minutes to share some of the fun and memorable events that our West Hawaii 4-H clubs have completed this past year. This year, our Kona 4-H Federation worked together on a community service project for Operation Christmas Child, a program that sends boxes of toys to needy families across the world. Every year, West Hawaii 4-H clubs come together to give presentations at Demonstration Day. This year's theme was working from home. Members gave presentations over Zoom about what they've been up to during the pandemic, including cooking new recipes, 3D printing, organizing their schedules, and more. Our annual spectacular event couldn't happen in person in 2020, but members got creative to celebrate the graduating seniors and show off what they'd accomplished. At the Extension office, seniors got to take pictures at a socially distanced photo booth, and members did a drive-through to distribute bentos and gifts before logging on to Zoom at home for dinner and presentations. Each club worked hard this past year on their projects and activities, so I'll be sharing some photos from 5 of our 4-H clubs: Busy Bee Buddies, Mauka Stars, Fire Nation, Creative Explorers, and Nahonu. The Busy Bee Buddies Club held their annual Christmas party on Zoom to keep up the holiday spirit. Their club kept meeting virtually throughout the year, including acting as chair for the Kona 4-H Federation's annual end-of-year spectacular event. This year, the Mauka Stars 4-H Club had lots of fun at home. They grew microgreens, like the radish sprouts shown in the photo here, and dyed Easter eggs with natural homemade dyes made from blueberries and red cabbage. Mauka Stars members also cooked up lots of new dishes, both savory and sweet, including yaki udon, apple fritters, and French bread. Creative Explorers definitely lived up to their name this past year. They learned about 3D printing and made PPE face shields for the community and frontline workers. They also cooked tacos, sewed shorts and bucket hats, and did a community service project helping out with a greenhouse on a local organic farm that was damaged by a major rainstorm. For another great community service project, Creative Explorers members made over 200 homemade holiday cards to bring some cheer to Kupuna at a local housing center. Fire Nation led our Federation Community Service project to assemble boxes of toys for Operation Christmas Child. They also helped collect money for Salvation Army. Since clubs were restricted for in-person activities, Fire Nation member Claire got busy volunteering on her own as well. She helped out at a vaccination site, did a beach cleanup, and even requested funding from the governor for pandemic relief for education. Manami of Nahonu worked with her dad on an ocean cleanup with the Ocean Defenders Alliance. They pulled up about 3,600 pounds of debris and tires. Thank you for watching. We're looking forward to this next 4-H year and hope you all are too.
waxy surface so you can let the moisture escape from the stem.
Here guys,
Oh, just so that the soil will run
it's
out.
part of our soil conservation plan. And look at and select for other traits. We take tissue samples and we get results back, and we select our traits based off of what we see in the lab reports. These
concludes the presentations from the counties. Thank you again to all the counties for your wonderful presentations. We love all of the work you are doing in your communities. Let us give them another round of applause.
As we come to the close of our 2021 Alii ceremony, we'd like to thank a few people for making this happen. First, thank you to our 2021 Ahaolelo Planning Committee members, Riley Hashizume from Oahu, Cassidy Denault from East Hawaii, Manami Alspa from West Hawaii, and myself from Maui. Thank you to Christine Hanakawa, the Oahu County 4-H Assistant Extension Agent, and Nancy Oki, the interim Hawaii State 4-H Program Leader, for guiding our committee the whole way through. We also couldn't have done this program without the help from the Hawaii 4-H Foundation and 4-H Alumni Association. We would also like to say thank you to Matt Chanhori for his technical assistance this evening, and Jacob Aki, the Senate's photographer and communications director, for taking pictures to document the special occasion. I hope that everyone has had a great time tonight. We ask the 4-H members to please stay on for a few minutes of reflection on the conference. For everyone else, we hope to see you again at the next 4-H Ahaolelo conference. Good night, everyone.
I also want to acknowledge Richard Morin here was helping us take some photos too. So thank you, Richard.